Hello, Zoe. I'm not available right now, but I wanted a chance to speak with you again. I've left the campaign, and Europolis. I understand why you gave the data to the Hand, and I appreciate your honesty. I'm still very angry, but not with you. I hope we can stay friends. Message me. I'll call you back as soon as I can. In the meantime, take care of yourself, Cece. I mean that.
Aw. Brody's a good guy. I mean, I can understand why he's mad, considering how idealistic he was about the campaign and what turned out to be the actual truth. And I'm also glad that he's not personally mad at Zoe herself, just mad at the situation. I think we have some journal entries. So let's have a look. All right. First off, did we get any additional entries? Nope. All right. So here's the new stuff. Thursday. Really? Already? What, next Thursday? Well, shit. Hello, diary. What's new? Oh, nothing. Just spending every waking hour worrying about whether I did the right thing or not. That's all. I've been going over things in my head for over a week. Was handing the data to Sully and the Hand the right decision? They're still working on the story, but it should be ready for publishing tonight or tomorrow. I know they've been doing a ton of fact-checking and background information. Sully wants to have one more chat with me before he signs off on the thing. They know this is going to be huge once it's published. So I guess I did the right thing, right? Right? Seeing as I'm still working for the campaign, at least in theory, I'm not looking forward to Burry's reaction once this goes live. He's going to be livid. Reza must have left super early this morning. He wasn't there when I woke up, and he only left a perfunctory message. Sully needs me. See you later. That's the very definition of perfunctory. Who even uses that word anymore? Who am I trying to impress? Why all the question marks? But yeah, Reza. After our conversation last week, we decided to... I don't know. What did we decide? That things aren't working? That we need to evaluate our relationship? Did we actually decide anything at all? Knowing us, we probably didn't. And so our relationship lingers, like a stubborn pigeon by a park bench, hoping for dry crumbs. What? Anyway, I have an appointment with Sully this afternoon to go over some of the details in the story from the campaign's point of view. I hope Mira will let me leave early today. I mean, I have a good reason. Not that this will necessarily sway Mira. She never saw a good reason she didn't hate. I'm not sure how happy I am working there. I am learning, slowly, but Mira's a bitch. Wit is brilliant, but not exactly talkative, as in he does not talk, at all. The pay is lousy, and I'm not actually getting to do what I signed up for. There's precious little programming and plenty of running around doing shitty errands. It pays the bills, barely, but I'm not happy. At all. Maybe it's time to move on and find something else? Maybe I should have gone back to school after all? Decisions. I suck at them. Doesn't seem to matter what part of Zoe's life we're in. She's always very, very indecisive and kind of blown on the winds. And of course, some of that she was able to overcome during her last adventure, but since she's forgotten all of that, it's almost like it's back to square one. Okay, I just need to come around the corner here. More eye agents all over the place. Surprise, surprise.
Oh man, this can't be good.
Yeah.
I have a very, very bad feeling about this.
They're right next to the hands area. Oh dear. Okay, who blabbed?
What's
What do you
Sully
mean you
doing?
won't let me in?
Is he
You
arguing
will
with an
let
eye
me in.
exosuit?
This is my office.
Bad idea.
Step back, citizen, or I will be forced to shoot.
I will not step back, you pisslick. You'll have to shoot me where I stand before I...
Sully? What's going on?
Christ on Tarpees, Zoe. You shouldn't be here.
We have an appointment.
Ah, kasha, of course. I'm such a salaka. I should have messaged you as soon as Our offices were attacked last night by masked goons. They trashed everything. Our screens, our furniture, everything. When I called in this morning, these things show up. Battle suits, syndicate agents. They take our equipment away, interrogate my employees. And now they refuse to let me back in my own booking office!
What? Why?
They claim we're under investigation. Us! We're the victims here!
So, what about...
But the story? We can't publish anything right now. They've confiscated our databanks and terminals, cut our wire access. Even my iris is displaying an error message. They have been exceptionally thorough. But the data is safe. Our research is safe. We've learned our lessons. We keep everything on offshore servers in Iceland. No amount of court orders, corporate threats, or military action can get to that data. But, for the time being, that's also where it stays. If we try to access it remotely, they'll intercept our connection. If we try to publish it, they'll stick us in the gulag.
Is that what this is all about?
What else could it be? We were this close to revealing a connection between the Eye clampdown, several of the political parties, and the Wati-controlled syndicate.
So what's gonna happen?
Right now, nothing. We sit tight, let them believe they've silenced us. And then we find a way to publish. Your man, Reza, caught the first Vactrax north this morning, carrying 3 very expensive and very, very secure holomams. He'll retrieve our backups, and then we'll take it from there.
Reza did what? He didn't tell me. How did he get out?
He got out by not telling anyone he was getting out. He disabled his iris, used a disposable identity, got smuggled across the river in an empty container. He'll try and get in touch as soon as he's made it safely to Iceland, but he will need to be careful. You can bet your god they're monitoring every channel of communication.
I guess he's not there yet. Oh shit, Sully. I feel responsible.
You just handed us the story of the year. The fact that they'll go to such lengths to silence us is a good thing. But you do need to watch your back, Zoe. There's every chance Waticorp's keeping an eye on you as well. The clampdown is their doing, behind the cover of the Syndicate. They want people off the streets into Dreamtime, for whatever reasons.
Which is why they're buying political power.
Exactly. Yeah, we have proof that both Unity and the European Dawn are in their pockets. Whoever wins the election will be under Wati's thumb. It seems the only party that isn't being run by the corporations is Manifesto.
It's not like they're gonna win the election.
If we are able to publish our story before the election, who knows? Never underestimate the collective anger of the masses.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting a call.
Is it Reza?
No. Nella. Why would she be calling? One moment.
Is this a bad time?
No, it's fine. What's up, Nella?
I need to see you. Can we meet in the shuk?
No problem. I'll be there in a minute.
Thanks, Zozo.
Oh, I need to run. Can we talk later?
You bet. I'm gonna do my best to make life difficult for these bastards. But I'll call you.
Yeah, so the real question, though, is how did they know? Because we were doing a pretty job on keeping everything on the down low. And again, at least for the player, this raises some suspicion about Reza again, as to whether at least a part of him is actually working for Waticorp. Because then that would make sense, that whatever part of him is still being controlled tipped off the Syndicate. And now that he's the one going to Iceland, he may be able to access the only secured places where that data is still around and then make it disappear. So as bad as it looks for Zoe and Sully, it might seem even worse to the player at this point with the extra information that we know. Oh, there's Nella.
Nella?
Zozo, thanks for coming.
Are you okay?
I just need a favor. I need you to hold on to this for me.
What is it?
Something personal. Will you keep it safe?
Sure, but why? What's going on?
I don't want it to get lost, or...
Why would it? Nella, you're making me worried. Are you involved in something?
Don't worry about it, Zozo. Just keep that safe for a little while. I'll get in touch soon. Thanks for coming so quickly. I have to run.
But I don't...
I really have to go. There's something I need to do. Bye, Zoe.
Something's going on. She looked freaked out. Maybe I should follow and make sure she's okay.
Alright, so now we need to follow Nella. We can't even examine the box. By the way, if during this part, if she gets a little bit far ahead, you can kind of run up. You can run a little bit up to a point where you're just kind of nondescriptly following her. She's going straight for the I headquarters, it seems. Nella, what are you doing? What's that in your hand? Oh, crap. And thus ends Book 2. Dreamfall Chapters, Rebels. So, it seemed like the walking the walk, as Nella's manifesto companions were saying, was a way of trying to guilt her into basically doing a suicide bombing. Now, there's two main tragedies for that scene. First of course, is that Nella is now dead. And Zoe seemed to be at least severely injured. Although she seemed to be pulled away from the blast by some familiar-looking arms. Looked like someone in a suit, and the only person we know who wears a suit is that German spy. The other tragedy, of course, is basically that, unbeknownst to Nella, the Hand That Bites was just about to do an expose that would have revealed every other political party besides Manifesto as being in the pocket of the corporations. And Sully said that there might have even have been a chance that Manifesto could have suddenly gone ahead in the elections because of that revelation. But now, Manifesto is tied to a terrorist bombing. So it may be that many people who may have switched their vote if the Hand That Bites story aired before the election may not switch it if they believe that the manifesto have turned to terrorism. So, a complete mess all around now. Let's see what our choices are like for Book 2. With a man's life at stake and the fate of the resistance in the balance, I took the time needed to identify the right person. All right, so we successfully picked out the infiltrator. I believe it was the man who smelled of lavender oil was the right choice. And so that means we've removed at least one spy from the resistance. I acted fast and caught the arrow fired by the archer. But did the assassin recognize me? And how did the Azadi know we'd passed through the market? Again, that's kind of still an open question, because this occurred after we had ID'd the traitor in the resistance. So it may be that there's another spy. She had her reasons for betraying the resistance. Who am I to pass judgment on traitors? She will serve our cause better than free than in chains. Of course, we saved Naane, and most people went with that choice. Until I recall what happened to me before the coma, I won't be able to move on. It won't be easy, but I will work hard to remember. We are proceeding with pushing Zoe to remember what happened to her, which of course the Vagamond said was something that is very important that needs to happen. The data was too important to leave with one person. I had to take it to the hand. Anna ambushed me. I wasn't ready for that intimacy. Yeah, you and me both, Kian. It was kind of an ambush, if you put it that way. Now, this game was released episodically, and so for a while, players were wondering whether this had some kind of impact on a potential romance between Anna and Kian. So a lot of people went back and switched their decisions to actually kiss Anna in that scene. But the truth turned out to be slightly different, and we'll see that later on in the game. How do you justify torture? Was the information worth breaking the oath I'd made to myself and others? So, Kian had assumed that he had left his old life behind, but we showed that he could still slip into his old ways as an apostle. But again, that's the decision that has to be made if you want Liko to believe the information is genuine enough in order to pull the resistance out of Old Town. Though the officer deserved death, he will be worth more to us alive, but Liko may never forgive me for that choice. And this does have some effect on later scenes with Kian.
Saga, could you come to the kitchen?
Hey, it's Saga.
Please come to the kitchen.
She's considerably older now, it looks like. Maybe 4, 5, 6 years old, somewhere in that vicinity. Okay, I'm coming.
There you are. I wasn't sure you heard me. Can you please do me a favour?
What is it?
You know I love your beautiful drawings, but I don't like it when you leave them all over the place. Can you please pick them up, put them in your room? And after that I need you to start your homework.
Why is it called homework? I'm always home.
What do you mean?
Why is it homework when I never go anywhere? I think it should be called just work.
Good question. And you're right. I need you to clean up and then do your work. Alright?
But I don't want to clean up now. I'm busy. I don't want to clean up yet. But I don't want Papa to get angry.
I think kids around that age may want to negotiate when it comes to doing stuff with their parents.
I'm busy. Just a little bit more time. Please. Please.
You've had plenty of time already, Saga, and I need your help. I can only do so much on my own.
But I promise I'll do it very, very soon. I just want to play a little more.
Please, sweetheart. I'm very tired. I'm trying my best, but you're not making it any easier when you fight me on every little thing.
All right. I'll start cleaning up already.
As soon as you've finished, I'll help you with your with your work.
Okay.
To be fair, he does look very tired. He's got bags under his eyes and everything. Alright, so I guess we need to collect all our drawings. You might be curious with the amount of game time that has passed for Keon and Zoe, why Saga is suddenly so much older. But then again, this house seems to be outside of time, and so it doesn't really make much sense to wonder about those things.
I don't go to the downstairs without Papa. I don't like it down there. It's cold and dark and it smells funny.
Some kind of cellar then.
Papa's wireless. We can listen to all kinds of music from the ether. Papa's wireless. We can listen to all kinds of music from the ether.
Seems like we can change the music here. None of the other stations seem particularly interesting to me as far as the music quality goes, though. Oh, close the door. Huh, okay. Doesn't really accomplish anything, but we can do that.
Me and Papa get along most of the time, except when he's tired or upset. Me and Papa get along most of the time, except when he's tired or upset.
It doesn't seem like Saga at this point says more than one thing about any particular object.
I think maybe Mama was a witch and she used this to fly.
She's talking about her mother in the past tense.
Papa's big boots. If you could walk in my boots just one day, Saga.
It also sounds like their conversation that she's not allowed to actually get outside of the house.
Papa wears that sometimes when he goes out. Don't go outside, Saga. Eat your dinner, brush your teeth. Blah, 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 blah. Papa wears that sometimes when he goes out.
There's more than one hat, apparently.
That's an umbrella. Papa says it's for rain. Fancy ladies use this. La 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 la, I'm a fancy lady. I'm a fancy lady.
Some random object just sitting at the top of the stairs there. I'm assuming this is the upstairs area, but man, it's dark. Can I open this door? Oh, it's Saga's room. Close the door again. A very classic adventure game trope. Hide objects on the other side of open doors. Drawing called The White Dragon Reborn. Do you have something to say about it?
The girl meets her real mama. She's made of light and it's all white. Someday the girl will become her mama.
And of course, this is pretty clearly the very first scene from the very first game. So this would be April Ryan in her vision of the Purple Mountains meeting the White Dragon. And once again, Saga confirms what the dragon said, in that April will eventually fulfill her role. Now, at the same time, in the last game, Dreamfall, the White Dragon reincarnated said that April was not a dragon. Whereas, during the first game, we assumed that she was a dragon because the mother said that, you will be me, basically, when you grow up or further down the line. So this has been a big debate amongst the fans, and after the first game had concluded, but before the second game came out, everyone just assumed that April was actually a dragon and that she just didn't realize it. But it was pretty explicitly stated in the second game that she was not a dragon. So how do you reconcile this? For me personally, it means that basically that April, while not being a dragon in terms of, physically what she is, I think what the dragon meant was that April is going to fulfill the same role that the White Dragon served. Because the White Dragon described herself as the mother of what is. And that makes me think that the White Dragon was the one who originally decided that the twin worlds needed to be split, and then to establish the balance between them. And so her role was to create the world that is, which is the divided world. She then said in the first game, you, April, are the mother of what will be. And it's been stated a couple times, especially during the first game, that the current age is very close to ending, and pretty soon the worlds are going to be reunited. So my guess is that in some sense, we don't know what yet, April is going to be the person who brings about the reunification of the two worlds, so that she becomes, quote, the mother of what will be, which is the rejoined world. So that's kind of how I've come to reconcile those two statements, that she is going to become like the White Dragon, even though she herself is not a dragon.
Hugsy! He's my friend. Sometimes at night, he talks to me in a funny voice.
Your stuffed animal actually talks to you? That seems a little bit disconcerting.
That's where the Fae live. I've decorated the house for them.
Oh, there's a drawing in here. On the one hand, Saga is a child. On the other hand...
Doing what I told you to do?
Yes, I'm cleaning up.
Good.
7 drawings left. On the one hand, Saga's a little kid. So she could be expected to have a vivid imagination, as most kids do. But also, we see that she has special powers. So all these comments about her stuffed animals talking to her, or a little dollhouse where the Fae live, there's always that ambiguity. How sincere or honest is she being, and how much is she just making up? In the music box.
Papa gave me that for my birthday. It plays beautiful music when it opens up.
Okay, well, let's hear some.
I need a key to open it. I wonder where I put that key.
Ah, something else we need to hunt for then, maybe?
Mama's really pretty. I don't remember her much.
Ah, so I guess the mother is either dead or disappeared or had to go away or something. Has not been present for a while if she can't remember her. Let's have a look at the second drawing.
A pretty girl is talking to a white dragon. This is the beginning of the story.
Yep. Oh, so I take that back. I guess this must be the first scene in the mountains where she talks to the dragon. Then this would be the second scene where she sees the... Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because it says White Dragon Reborn. So that would be the second time when she meets the dragon after the first incarnation has passed away.
I like my shoes. They're pretty.
Very sparkly. Ooh, I see a key.
Oh, that's where I left the key.
Oh, the key also fits into the dollhouse. That's cool. Oh, wait a minute. It's two different keys. That makes more sense.
I keep the keys to my dollhouse and my music box together so they won't get lost.
Yeah, smart move. Okay, now let's open the music box. That tune actually kind of sounds familiar to me. Can't really place it though. Pretty though. See anything new about the music box now that it's open? Oh, I guess it's not active anymore. Third drawing, Among the Stars.
It's the end of the story. The girl leaves the tower between worlds. She doesn't know where to go, but Crow's with her. She'll be fine.
And that indeed was the very ending of the first game. So somehow, even though she's never left this house and presumably never met April Ryan, she knows all about her. Maybe she's having visions? Could she also be a dreamer? Okay, any drawings? Yeah, I thought there was one down here. This one took me a while to find.
Oh, I forgot I hid this drawing there. It was a game I was playing. I can't reach it from here.
Come around the other side, maybe?
I can't reach it from here.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Didn't seem like it was that far away. Called The Big City.
What do you want for dinner
The girl who
tonight?
wants to be on... Don't know.
Alright, then I'll just make something I want to eat.
No, fish and chips.
We're not having fish and chips, darling. I'll make a stew.
Not again.
I heard that.
I said okay.
Alright, Big
The
City.
girl who wants to be an artist and is named after spring lives all by herself in a big city.
Yep, there's that tiny little apartment that we saw in both the first and then the second game. Zoe went back and visited it. Mysterious door.
That door is a special door. It goes into the wall.
This is a little hint as well. This is called Mysterious Door. That's exactly what the door was called in the very first game, where April, basically when she had to flee from some of her enemies, went through that mysterious door and ended up in a different place. So we'll be seeing more about these doors here later on.
Mama's really pretty. I don't remember her much. I want to learn. I want to be a singer-songwriter. I'm singing and playing a guitar.
Keep practicing, Saga. Oh, there's another drawing. The Rolling Man, which of course is the nickname that the Markurians give to Brian Westhouse.
The man with the wheels shows the girl how to get back to a big city. He hides his shadow inside him.
So here once again we have a pretty strong hint about Brian Westhouse's nature, which, to be fair, fans were already speculating about in the previous game. With that, there's April and Crow. Brian Westhouse was called the Rolling Man because he built himself a bicycle when he showed up in Arcadia, which none of the locals had ever seen before.
It's so pretty. It doesn't hurt me, but Papa gets upset when I do this.
Once again, now much more explicitly, we see that indeed fire seems to have no effect on her whatsoever.
Mama's really pretty. I don't remember her much.
No, doesn't matter which photograph of her mother it is. She doesn't say anything new. Some nice pictures up there on the wall there. Another drawing. The First Shift. Oops.
Spring Girl travels from her big city to another city in another world, where she learns about magic.
Yep. That is the Markurian docks out through the south gate. A scary picture here.
I don't like that picture. It keeps changing. I think it's alive.
Maybe a magical picture then. Some books.
I've read all of them at least twice already.
If you're stuck in here all the time, I can imagine.
I want to read a new book.
You should ask your dad for some new ones, since it seems that he does go outside.
It's the comfy chair. I'm the queen and this is my queendom.
Okay, any new... That's just more books. Any new drawings? Let's try over here. Oh, yep, we're back out into the hallway. Any other photographs behind doors? Don't see anything around there. How many more we got? We got, 3. Dad's reading the paper now.
Are you done already?
I'm just taking a break.
You can take a break after. Go on, pick up your drawings.
Hope she didn't put any on a high shelf. Oh, wait a minute. I see one.
That's high up. I don't think I put that there. It must have flown up by itself.
How do we get to it?
That's high up. I don't think I put that there. It must have flown up by itself.
You can grab something to knock it down? You can ask Dad to get it.
Hey, darling. What is it?
It's a drawing I can't reach.
All right. Lead the way. I'll give you a hand.
Alright, come over here.
How in the balance did that get up there?
I don't know. Can you help me get it down?
Of course. Come here, I'll give you a lift. Go on, stretch as far as you can. A little further. Got it?
Got it.
You keep growing, you'll soon be able to reach that high on your own.
Was Mama tall?
Mama is tall. Taller than me. She could have... Let me see that drawing. This is nice work, Saga. You're better than I ever was at your age. Who is this?
That's Crow.
Who's Crow?
A talking bird. When's Mama coming home?
Saga.
Well, you said is, not was. Mama is tall. So when's Mama coming home?
I honestly don't know if she ever will, sweetheart.
But she is out there somewhere?
I think so.
Okay, if she's out there, I'll find her and bring her home. I promise. Thanks for the lift.
You're... welcome. Remember, we're having a visitor over tomorrow.
Who?
I told you already, Uncle Gareth.
Oh yeah. Well, he's not my real uncle. Can't we go visit someone instead?
You already know the answer to that question, Saga.
It's not fair.
I know it's not, and I'm sorry, but I need you to behave and be polite to Galeth. All right?
All right.
Alright, so let's see. Here's Crow.
The girl makes a new friend, a talking bird. The bird's name is Crow.
Ah, good old Crow. Alright, got 2 left to find. I do remember this being a little tricky just because of all the potential places where it might be, like all the little nooks and crannies. It does give you an excuse to look around the place. But I know some fans got a little bit frustrated with the hiding places of some of them. Yeah, there is a door there. Oh, light. Light, but no... Oh, there it is. Ah. Stone disc.
In this one, the girl is looking for the 4 stone pieces.
Only one more.
That's the upstairs. Papa's room is there and the bathroom. And also the attic. The attic is scary. No, I didn't leave any drawings in the upstairs.
Oh, okay. So just one more left to find. And of course the last one is always the trickiest one. It's probably not in her room because we've already found 2 in here. Can't look under the bed. There's a rocket ship.
Ground control to Major Tom.
You might think that's an Easter egg, but actually she probably just heard it over the radio. Nothing on those shelves? Nope. Can't go into the cellar. Can't take down the painting. Although I don't think she would have put it behind that. You can see here. I think this is already a famous photograph, but it's been edited a little bit for this game. You can see there's Magnus. And what's her name again? Oh, shoot. I forget the name of her mother. It's Saga's mom and dad sitting there in the cafe. Where is that other drawing? For those of you who know where the other drawing is and are screaming at the screen, I apologize. Maybe it was in a box? Like, I wanted to say that it was maybe in one of these boxes, but I don't see anything. I got the one on the shelf. Oh. Cuckoo clock.
Cuckoo.
But that doesn't help us, unfortunately. Don't see anything under the table. I looked on the other side of this door, didn't I? Yeah. Just very annoying. It's not inside that little box there. See, there's little boxes up there too. What do they say? CB backwards RW? That's weird. Maybe in here?
I've read all of them at least twice already. I want to read a new book.
I thought maybe one of the drawings might be in between the books or something like that. Anything? Behind the sofa or the chair? We already got the scary picture one. Okay, one more sweep here, and if I still can't find it, I'm just going to do a cut until I do find it, because I don't want you guys to just be staring at me futz around here.
Don't go outside, Saga. Eat your dinner, brush your teeth. Blah, 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 blah.
Yep, okay, just want to make sure that it was the same reaction no matter which hat it was.
That door goes out to the ether. It's locked. It's always locked.
See, none of the boxes. I have to keep my eyes upward, I think. It's so easy to keep your gaze downward just because of how short she is right now. Oh, for examples, I missed that she has her name right on the wall. Okay, we already got the one in the dollhouse, the one on the other side of the door. Anything in there? Nope. Okay, one last look around the kitchen, and then I'll just have to really buckle down. And I'll do that off screen. Nothing in the cabinets. Anything under there? No, nothing under there. Really want to look in those boxes. Okay, so I will cut here and I'll cut back when I've actually found the last one. It literally just took me 2 seconds after I'd made that cut right there. It's right here, behind this little pillar. An ancient evil.
All the drawings. I'll tell Papa I'm finished. The girl who is spring fights an evil witch. The witch is the servant of something much, much older. She calls it the Saga.
So from the first game, people might recognize this as the home of what was called the Gribbler. Tried to eat April, and she was able to outwit it. But the whole idea of her serving a darker power, I think that's a new plot point. Something called the Saga.
Done.
Already? Good job, darling. I'll help you with your homework and...
My work.
Your work, right. Your schoolwork. I just have to finish up here. Why don't you take the drawings to your room and put them in the right order? I'll be there soon.
Okay.
Alright. This will be our last task. We have to put all the drawings in the chronological order. Now, of course, if you have played the game before, the very first game, then this is pretty easy. If you haven't played any of the previous games, this is going to be a lot of trial and error. Because the only things that Saga tells you explicitly are she gives you which one is definitely the first, which is the white dragon, and she tells you that Among the Stars is the end of the story. So there's the beginning, there's the end. So in between, you just have to figure it out. Fortunately, I do remember, I think, most of these events in the order that they happened. So I think Big City is next. All right, and then followed by First Shift. Now this one has given me trouble before as to who did April meet first. Was it Brian Westhouse or Crow? I think it was Crow, but those might be the two I'll have to switch around. All right, after that, I think was the Gribbler. Then the White Dragon was reborn. Then she put together the stone disc.
I don't think that's right.
Now the good news is, as you can see, is that she only takes down the ones that you have mislabeled. So, it doesn't take that long to put it all together, even if you haven't seen through the whole story. So at least I guessed right on the Crow versus Brian Westhouse thing. All right, so stone disc, then the White Dragon was reborn.